All right, let's talk about one of the most powerful and maybe one of the most misunderstood tools for growing your business: SEO. Forget all the complicated jargon for a minute. We're going to break it all down into a simple, actionable blueprint that you can start using like right away.
You ever wonder why some businesses are just everywhere online while others, maybe even yours, feel totally invisible? You could have the best service, the best product in the world. But hey, if people can't find you when they search, does it even matter? It's a super common problem. But thankfully, there is a clear solution.
And yeah, that solution is SEO. At its heart, it's really just the process of making your website more appealing to search engines like Google. A good SEO strategy isn't just a nice to have. It's the thing that takes a business from being lost on page 10 of the search results to being the very first thing a potential customer sees. So, where do we start? Well, like with any good blueprint, you start with the foundation. Before you can even think about getting visitors, your own digital house, your website, has to be in perfect shape. This is all about what we call on-page and technical SEO. First, just take a look at your website's URLs. Do they look like that random string of numbers on the left? Or are they clean and descriptive, like the one on the right? This seems like such a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. It tells both your visitors and the search engines exactly what the page is about. It's a tiny detail with a massive impact. Next up, let's talk header tags. Think of your web page like a document. The H1 is your main title. The H2s are your chapter headings, and H3s are subheadings within those chapters. This creates a clear, logical flow that not only makes it way easier for people to read your content, but also helps search engines understand what's most important on your page. And that is key for ranking. And you absolutely can't forget this technical checklist. Number one, is your site fast? Speed is a huge deal for Google. Two, is it mobile friendly? In today's world, that is completely non-negotiable. Three, do your images have alt text? You know, that little description that shows up if the image doesn't load. And finally, are you using internal links to guide users and search engines through your site? Getting these basics right is absolutely crucial. Okay, so once your foundation is rock solid, it's time to furnish your house with the right language. This is all about keywords, and more importantly, understanding the exact words and phrases your potential customers are typing into that search bar. This slide just nails the difference. Searching for skincare is like casting a huge, wide net. It's broad, it's competitive, but someone searching for organic, vegan moisturizer for dry skin, whoa, they know exactly what they want. They are ready to buy. Those are the customers you want to attract. But here's the thing. This isn't about just stuffing those keywords everywhere you can. It's about using them as a guide to create genuinely helpful, high-quality content. Your number one goal should be to become the best possible answer to your customer's question. When you provide that kind of value, the search engines will reward you for it. Okay, so your house is built and you're speaking the right language. Now it's time to build your reputation in the neighborhood. This is where off-page SEO comes in, and it's all about proving to search engines that you're a credible, trustworthy source in your industry. And the single biggest factor here? Backlinks. You can think of a backlink as a vote of confidence. When another respected website links over to yours, it's basically giving you a public shout-out. That sends a really powerful signal to Google that your site is valuable and worth paying attention to. But listen, not all of these votes are created equal. As you can see right here, just 5 links from trusted, high-authority websites are worth so much more than 100 links from spammy, low-quality sites. When it comes to backlinks, it is always quality over quantity, always. So, how do you earn these amazing links? Well, you could write guest posts for well-known blogs in your field, team up with influencers, or create awesome, shareable content like videos or infographics that people just naturally want to share. Even just encouraging your customers to leave reviews helps build that social proof. So let's take all this theory and bring it into the real world. How does this blueprint actually work for different types of businesses? We're going to look at 2 big ones: local businesses and e-commerce stores. If you're a local business, a coffee shop, a plumber, a consultant, listen up. This is for you. One of the single most powerful things you can do is to claim and completely fill out your Google My Business profile. Think of it as your digital storefront on Google Maps and in all those local search results. And optimizing it is pretty straightforward. You just need to make sure your name, address, and phone number are totally accurate, keep your business hours updated, especially for holidays, add some great-looking photos, and, so important, actually respond to your customer reviews, both the good and the bad. It shows everyone you're engaged. Now, for all you e-commerce folks, there's a kind of secret weapon called schema markup. It sounds technical, but just think of it as a special vocabulary that you add to your website's code. It helps search engines understand all the details about your products. We're talking price, availability, reviews, you name it. And the result is what you see right here. You get these amazing, rich snippets that show up right there in the search results. All of a sudden, customers can see the price, see that it's in stock, and see those 5-star ratings before they even click on your link. It just makes your listing pop and can seriously boost your clicks. We've covered a ton of ground, but before we wrap this up, there's one final piece of this whole blueprint that really holds everything together. And that's having the right mindset. This quote says it all, really. SEO is a long-term strategy. It's not a one-and-done kind of thing. You can't just set it and forget it. It's truly a marathon, not a sprint. It's an ongoing commitment that builds real, sustainable growth over time. This creates this really powerful, continuous loop of improvement. You regularly audit your site's health, you analyze the data to see what's actually working, and then you adjust your strategy based on what you learn. Just remember that simple loop: audit, analyze, adjust. So at the end of the day, you should think of your SEO blueprint not as some static plan you check off, but as a living, breathing document. It has to evolve and adapt right along with your business, your customers, and of course, the always changing world of search. So there you have it. We've laid out the entire blueprint, from the foundation all the way to the long-term strategy. Now, the only thing left to do is to start building. So the question I have for you is this: what's the very first block you're going to lay?